Manipur Olympic Park becomes derelict as park remains closed for public access. Imphal West District Administration cracks down on illegal roadside encroachments along Tidam Road. MP Dr. Bimola Koijam calls for timely utilization of developmental funds to build a prosperous state. Moma Chakhau Poireton Organic Farmers Producer Company Limited exports ginger and turmeric worth around 40 lakh rupees to Mumbai. Good evening. You're watching ISTV English News at 8. India's first Olympic Park was constructed at Sangaithil, a picturesque hillock on the outskirts of Imphal West. The park features statues of all 19 Olympians, including 7 from hockey, 4 each from boxing and weightlifting, and 3 from judo and 1 from archery. There was high anticipation among the people to experience the Olympic Park once it opened. However, owing to the Manipur conflict, the park remained closed for public access, citing the park as situated in buffer zone. Despite the government spending huge amount of funds on the construction of the Olympic Park, no visitor is allowed inside the park. Moreover, the park is seen guarded by security forces.
ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯂꯥꯏꯕꯛ ꯊꯤꯕꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯊꯣꯛꯏꯕ ꯏꯔꯥꯡꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯐꯥꯎꯕ ꯁꯨꯛ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯐꯖꯈ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯈ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯃꯐꯝꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤ ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯟꯅꯕ ꯀꯤꯗꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯛꯄꯅꯤ.
यहाँ का ओलंपियन पार्क का सिक्योरिटी भी करता है, प्लस ये जो खोखेन गांव का जो साइड में हमारा रोड पड़ता है सर, वो रोड टी पॉइंट जो कि हमारा कुकी वाला इलाका प्लस मिताई वाला इलाका बीच बॉर्डर पे हम लोग तैनात हैं. और हमारा एक प्लाटून ये गांव है तेरन पक्पी जो गांव है, उस गांव में हमारा एक प्लाटून डिप्लॉयड है जो कि उसी इलाका को प्रोटेक्शन देते हैं. यही हमारा तैनात है.
Eviction drive of unauthorized structures along roads and footpaths in the district has begun. Illegal structures, including workshops, shops, and other encroachment, have been dismantled using JCB. A team of Imphal West District Administration carried out eviction drive starting from 6:30 a.m. today along the Tidam Road from Kaisampat to Malom, following a brief review by the DC of Imphal West District. Staff of Revenue Department and security forces also took part in the eviction drive. House extensions, shops, sheds, and the accumulation of debris, sand, and construction materials posing safety hazards to the public and obstructing traffic flow were removed or dismantled during the drive. Speaking on the sideline of the eviction drive, ADM Imphal West Jadumani told that formal eviction orders have been issued repeatedly directing the removal of all unauthorized structures constructed along roads, highways, and footpaths in the district. However, footpath encroachments continue unabated, defying eviction notices, he said. He urged the public to refrain from building unauthorized structures along the roads and footpaths. He added that eviction drive will continue in other parts of Imphal West District.
Public singi side ki lokthok pi dabadagi ngasi district administration na akoi security force mayam ama akoi sinarakanda sigi lokthok gi thaba si sathajabani masigi maroiba kenodi akoi lambi gi nakanda paisaliba magana nungumba construction gi pot item mayam paisanba wire thamjinba aduga loinana akoi tayar guma thamba asina law and order dasu akaiba kya lakpa loinana lambi si nakanda pot sajalakpa dukan phamjilakpa sina maram oraga lambi gi chathok chasin dasu free oina chachagadab du chatpa ngamaktaba asigumba mayam sing ase koi hanna district administration gi haira phauda lokthok tabanina ngase koina matam ama thajarakanda mayamda pau pijakhraga sigi thaba se koi lokacharapani ngasi koina impal gi kesampata gi malom side asig matam phangagana koi uripok side aduga atopa koi gi district te leiba lambi sing da ayamba koi chathajarakani.
The two-day District Development Coordination and Monitoring Committee, or DAO meeting, concluded today at the DC Conference Hall Mini Secretariat, Bishnupur. Chaired by NIT Manipur Member of Parliament Dr. Bimol Akoijam, who is also the chairperson of the committee, the meeting focused on the effective implementation and monitoring of central government schemes across Bishnupur. Dr. Bimol Akoijam stressed the importance of coordination and time-bound action, encouraging all district-level officers to work collectively for inclusive growth. Officials from departments like Veterinary and Animal Husbandry, Women and Child Development, Transport, CAF and PD, the Youth Affairs and Sports, among others, presented progress reports on major schemes. Following the meeting, Dr. Bimol Akoijam also visited the One-Stop Center for Women at the Mini Secretariat, reviewing its infrastructure and services. The meeting saw active participation from district officials, nominated DAO committee members, and the additional Deputy Commissioner of Bishnupur.
Around about 43 centrally sponsored scheme or central scheme haitare moi mayam do kamai wakai bokta hore kari tauri asoyangam kari lairi na sigi one stop centers issue one of the scheme levels issue Women and Child Ministry Makhada Labor. Mamang they request of Germany, many of the officers they are doing their jobs very well. When the target of chip down over the government website the minimum beneficiary period about the Taugre and high the Tauram Nova minor improvements probably in forthcoming parliament session was a Puka City Miam the Canada way Akas bill the Nanga later meter on the so about Taugan I discovered some of them. Tabuk a service in which to Masin Nathan progress it over. Yam skills it chaw wagi for them su mamitai department Karadako Sumaina Katukaran Tausi Taudofe.
Commissioner of Horticulture and Soil Conservation Department, Tamang Long flagged off a Mumbai-bound 16 metric ton consignment of dried organic ginger and turmeric produced by Chakhau Poireton Organic Farmers Producer Company Limited from the Directorate Office located at Sanjenthong. The program was facilitated by MoMA under Mission Organic Value Chain Development for Northeast Region Phase 4. It was stated that Poireton Organic Farmers Producer Company Limited, with the support of Northeastern Development Finance Corporation Limited, exported the consignment to buyer IBC Agro Private Limited, a company based in Mumbai. Speaking on the occasion, Commissioner Thaithoilung Panmai assured that the department has been extensively working on measures to boost the socio-economic status of the state farmers. Furthermore, the department has been helping the farmers who are unable to market their produce, he added.
Turmeric ginger flakes ni akoi ngamnadi fresh thage fresh no yam tang ba hele ada market and immediately hoidi leieba dong si net fee ga tie up tora makhoin market facilitate of khoina processing amasung khoina assistant ko ki Poireton farmers producer company sira piraga moina si thaduri si Mumbai chakrani mamang da su khoina mkhoi tie up tawga khobu akhoi quantity se increase to view high sumai tawga khoi farmers singi income se hena henga da bakan honari sida MoMA aduga net fee aduga horticulture me am tie up tawga hena sauna koi sumai na koi producing se amma panda thar ka income hena phaba purappa ngam hena kan honari.
Director of Department of Horticulture and Soil Conservation, K. Devdatta Sharma, said under MOVCDNER, the department in association with MoMA and FPOs export fresh as well as processed organic products, thus helping the farmers find a new market. He also said the benefits including processing units and solar drying units provided under Market Intervention Scheme of MoMA and MOVCDNER are supporting the farmer-producer companies in producing market-quality products.
ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯐꯦꯁꯤꯂꯤꯇꯦꯠ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯕꯥꯏꯌꯔꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯂꯥꯛꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯣꯃꯥꯒ ꯈꯨꯠꯁꯝꯅꯔꯒ ꯑꯅꯤꯁꯤ ꯈꯨꯠꯁꯝꯅꯔꯒ ꯆꯥꯎ ꯄꯣꯏꯔꯩꯇꯣꯟꯗ ꯄꯤꯕ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯤꯔꯕ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯄꯥꯡꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯉꯝꯕꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯊꯝꯖꯒꯦ.
District Legal Services Authority Bishnupur, in association with District and Sessions Judge Bishnupur and dedicated Mediation Center Royal Academy of Law Oinam, organized a one-day legal awareness program on arrest and detention under criminal laws, BNS, BNSS, BSA, serious offences and electronic evidentiary issues at the conference hall of Royal Academy of Law Oinam today. Sponsored by Manipur State Legal Services Authority, the program was graced by Chief Justice High Court of Manipur, Kempaya Somasekar, Judges of High Court of Manipur, Justice Ahanthem Bimol and Justice A. Ganesha Sharma, Associate Professor, Department of Law, Manipur University, Dr. Yumnam Premananda Meitei as its dignitaries. Addressing the function, Chief Justice Kempaya Somasekar stated that the new criminal laws benefits and help protect the lives and property of the people. He then urged the stakeholders to ensure that the citizens receive the benefits of the law.
It is very difficult to define what is cognizance. It is in section 191A, B and C. What is 191A? What is section 200 of CRPC? What is private complaint? What is a complaint? It has to be received by the police officer to immediately switch over to recording an FIR. What is an FIR? What is an investigation report? What is the scope of section 167 of CRPC? What is a charge sheet? That is IPC. The Criminal Procedure Code was coming to force in the 1861 originally. But how long? A very, very long duration. We have to be memorizing each and every provision of law. Presently these three enactments were said to be amended and also give to us. It will take another decade and decades to memorize each one of the provision of law in IPC, CRPC and Indian.
A one-day career guidance cum awareness program was successfully organized on Saturday by the Pumai Naga Sidomai Mi Imphal PNTMI under the leadership of its president D. Roku and his executive team. The event took place at Saviour Hall, Mary Immaculate Parish, Chingmairong. The program was graced by an esteemed panel of speakers, including M. Shevin, Assistant Commissioner of Senapati District, Y. Benny Senpo, Deputy Superintendent of Jail, Katie Ruth, Assistant Professor at the Delhi School of Music, Soyofi Zinghai Awu, Desk Editor, English News, ISTV Network, and R.S. Livingston, Advocate, High Court of Manipur. The event drew participation from students of various schools and colleges, civil service aspirants, and other young individuals seeking career guidance. The primary objective of the program was to create awareness among emerging students about a wide range of career options available after completing Class 12, graduation, or postgraduate studies. The speakers delivered insightful talks on career preparation for civil services, the scope of music as a profession, the role and impact of journalism, and legal careers. Each speaker shed light on their respective fields, offering valuable guidance, personal experiences, and encouragement to the enthusiastic gathering. Manipur Home Guard Employee Welfare Association, in association with Home Guard Welfare Scheme Committee, organized a benefits distribution program for Manipur Home Guard Welfare Scheme. The benefits were distributed to the retired Home Guard Scheme members during the function held at GM Hall. President of Manipur Home Guard Employee Welfare Association, Yangle Mangi, and commanders of 5 different battalions graced the occasion as the main guests. Speaking on the occasion, President of Manipur Home Guard Employee Welfare Association, Yangle Mangi, voiced disappointment over the vacant post of Commandant General of Manipur Home Guard, citing unaddressed grievances of personnel. He also underscored the plight of retired Home Guard personnel who face challenges due to the lack of pension benefits. He urged the authority concerned to provide entitled benefits to the Home Guard personnel.
एक एंड रूल की मतुंगिना कंपेडियम की मतुंगिना मणिपुर होम गार्ड की तोंगानबा commandant general lama tongan thonggadabani atai paidaba portfolio yandaba tongan facility mayam phanggadoba seniority list ki promotion ki guideline ki asine chingba mayam ama demand tawna leibase sarkar na khana bidabase masiju asigumba mifam masida pullaga koi tongan ba wapung khardi thamauge haidana khanjaraga ngasigi mifam masida isam chamba oiragasu with uniform discipline ki makada leba police ka sab manana thabak toribo home guard personnel singni haibado khangan bibada mayam na mateng pangbigi domchu mayam bo hanana thagatsari.
5-day workshop on Thangta organized by Manipur State Kala Academy concluded at Wangkai High School, Imphal. Sangeet Natak Academy awardee Padma Shri K. Sanathoiba Sharma, Additional Director of Education Schools Valley Bisheshwar Kumukcham and Secretary of Manipur State Kala Academy Sunanda Thokchom graced the occasion as the main guests. It was stated that Manipur State Kala Academy conducted the workshop with the sole purpose of preserving and promoting the art and culture of the state, especially dance, drama, music, theatre, literature, fine arts, library, archive and folk. Speaking to media persons, Secretary of Manipur State Kala Academy Sunanda Thokchom expressed satisfaction, noting the workshop's success in attracting a large number of students and imparting valuable knowledge. She also shared that the academy will continue to conduct painting competition, art workshop and meet the writers in schools as well as in community level to promote healthy lifestyle, teach mannerism and coordination among the students.
अखोइना मरोइना आंगांग सिंगसिगी क्लास की रूम की होगी क्लासेस सिंग दसु इफेक्ट तौदनबा मखोइन जखोइना स्कूल सिंग आफ्टर क्लास हाइजे बतारे पुंगा मदा क्लास लोइरगना अखोइना 1 2 3 गुम्बा नत्रगा ngसाइगी 2 to 4 गुम्बा मोइगी तौरिबे स्कूल की क्लास सिदसु अखोइना सोक्तबदा अखोइना सिगुम्बा पांदम जे लोइनरगा आंगांग सिंगसिदा अखोइना खंजबजे याम मरु ओइ हाइजे तारे अखोइगी फ्यूचर अखोइगी कल्चर आर्ट सिंगसे preserve तौगे promote तौगे हाइतादी अखोइना आंगांग सिंगसिसु खंगनबजे याम अचौबा थौदांगने खंजै.
In a significant push for employment generation, the Prime Minister today launched the 16th Rojgar Mela, distributing over 51,000 appointment letters across the country. Among the beneficiaries were 20 new recruits at the National Institute of Technology Manipur. Held simultaneously across various regions, the Rojgar Mela aims to empower youth with government jobs. For the Northeast, the event took place at the Rang Bhavan Auditorium in Guwahati, where Union Minister Sarbanan Sonowal attended as chief guest. Representing NIT Manipur, Registrar of the Institute, Professor K.H. Tomba, distributed appointment letters to 20 newly recruited candidates, marking a major milestone in the Institute's hiring process. The Internal Quality Assurance Cell IQAC at T.S. Paul Manipur Women's College Mongsangai organized a welcoming induction program for newly admitted students of BA, BSc, BCA, BPES and BTT today. The event was attended by Secretary of the governing body, the principal, faculty members and students in attendance. The program also featured senior faculty members, the IQAC coordinator, SWAYAM coordinator, and the NSS nodal officer, who each spoke about their respective roles and areas of responsibility in supporting student growth and institutional quality standards. During the function, Principal K.S.H. Devendra welcomed the students and highlighted the significance of maintaining a sound decorum within the college campus. He encouraged them to pursue their academic goals with discipline and integrity. The Lions Club of Moirang, in collaboration with the District Forest Division Bishnupur, organized a tree plantation event under the Lions Club International 322D theme of One Activity, One District at Nilamani Ngangka Sports Complex, Moirang. The event was attended by Range Officer Geet Chandra, forest officials and members of the Leo Club of KG Moirang. The event, led by President R.K. Kennedy, aimed to tackle climate change and promote afforestation. He emphasized the importance of not only planting trees, but also taking care of them to ensure their growth, and highlighted that despite knowing the benefits of afforestation, people often neglect to plant and care for trees, leading to their demise. Tangul Naga Long TNL, the apex body of the Tangul Naga community, met with Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalat today to press for urgent intervention on several issues. In the memorandum, TNL described border fencing along the Indo-Myanmar border as a colonial relic that divides the Naga people across artificial boundaries and strongly opposed the project, calling it an act of divide and rule. Secondly, on delimitation, the TNL called for a complete overhaul of the current electoral boundaries. Highlighting a stark disparity, they pointed out that tribal MLAs represent far larger and more difficult constituencies. They demand at least 35 tribal seats in the 60-member Manipur Assembly. Third, the TNL raised concerns over the long delays and irregularities in Autonomous District Council ADC elections, noting that the ADCs have functioned without elections for over 26 of the last 51 years. They made it clear that elections would only be acceptable if followed by the implementation of the 6th schedule of the Indian Constitution within a year. Lastly, TNL demanded immediate bifurcation of the state budget into two components, one for the hills and one for the valley, as per presidential orders issued on June 20, 1972. The Wrongway Naga Council Manipur has submitted a memorandum to Union Home Minister Amit Shah through the Office of the Governor, raising strong objections to the proposed construction of German Road and Tiger Road and the establishment of a Sioux camp allegedly intended to house 1,000 armed cadres of a Kukizo militant group. According to the Wrongway representatives, the project is being carried out in Naga-inhabited areas in the western foothills of Imphal Valley, territories belonging to the Wrongway, Liangmay and Inpui Naga communities. They claim the initiative is not only provocative, but undermines their security, territorial integrity and constitutional rights. The Wrongway community alleges that the camp's placement near major transport routes, including National Highway 3 and Tongzei Maril Road, could cut off access to Naga districts, posing a long-term strategic threat. They also raised concerns over alleged attempts to resettle non-Manipuri speaking Myanmarese citizens in the area. The memorandum urges the union government to immediately cease all construction and militarization activities in these areas to avoid renewed hostilities and protect the peace and coexistence among communities. A landslide which took place at Nungsit Haibi has completely cut off vehicular movement in Copum area. According to reports, the landslide at Nungsit Haibi has cut off connectivity of most of the villages at Copum block in Kamchong district. The connecting road is the lifeline of the people of Chongdan, Asang Kulen, Kangoi, Kamlang, Copum Kulen, Mawai, Copum Kuno, Kuntag, Tarong, Nambasi Valley, Nambasi Kuno, Nambasi Kulen, Kasung, Namli, Wangli, Pungtung and Konglo. People living in the border areas have sought immediate attention of the authority concerned to clear the debris from the landslide and reopen the road. On the other hand, vehicular movement along National Highway 37 Imphal-Tribam Road was disrupted earlier due to massive landslides that occurred last night in an area between Luangchum and Rangkung village in None district. The ABCI company that engaged in road construction work has been carrying out clearing of mud debris using excavators and mud dumper trucks. Many vehicles were left stranded in both sides of road. However, with the debris being cleared, the road reopened for vehicular movement at 7 a.m. In a groundbreaking development for sports enthusiasts in Copum Area, Chairman of Hill Areas Committee Manipur and MLA of Nungba Assembly Constituency, Dingang Lunggangmei, inaugurated the Buandai Green Ward's artificial turf ground at Copum Village in Noni District. The state-of-the-art facility marks a milestone as the first ever artificial turf ground in Copum Area, catering to the growing demand for advanced sports infrastructure in the region. The inaugural ceremony was also graced by Company Commander, Assam Rifles E Company, Copum, Major Ryan, Village Chief Lungjauni Wrongway, Luklag Daisingam Gangmei, and representatives from various CSOs. In his address, Chief Guest MLA Dingang Lunggangmei emphasized the importance of giving back to the community when blessed with financial prosperity. He urged the players to adhere to the rules and regulations of the turf ground and to wear appropriate attire during play. The inauguration of the Buandai Green Ward's artificial turf ground is expected to boost sports development in Copum Area, providing a platform for enthusiastic players to hone their skills and showcase their talent. In Tamang Long, Town Churches Union held its half-yearly prayer meeting today, bringing together pastors and church leaders from across the town, emphasizing growth, unity, and community well-being. The prayer meeting, held at Duigailong Baptist Church, was organized by the Tamang Long Town Churches Union, a collaborative body of local churches dedicated to spiritual support and peaceful coexistence. The meeting was presided over by Pastor of Zeliangrong Baptist Church, Reverend Chingkuliwanang Gonmei, who shared the gospel before leading the congregation into a session of special intercessory prayers. The Town Churches Union, while not interfering in individual church administration, works to offer spiritual guidance and conflict resolution among churches in Tamang Long, encouraging dialogue, cooperation, and harmony. Kuki Students Organization Sir the Hills felicitated over 100 students in Kangpo Pit district during a function held under the theme "The Right Steps Will Always Lead to Success" at Ngamun Community Hall. 60 internally displaced students of class 10 and 12, alongside 40 other high achievers who scored above 80% in the recent board and council exams, were felicitated at the function. The program also featured a special career guidance session with resource persons including social worker Dr. Lamtin Thang Haukib, UPF spokesperson Aaron Kipgan, and proprietor of Gunchu Coaching Institute Thangboy Haukib, who encouraged students to dream beyond textbooks and serve their community. Now, before we close, the headlines once again. Manipur Olympic Park becomes derelict as park remains closed for public access. Imphal West District Administration cracks down on illegal roadside encroachments along Tiddim Road. MP Dr. Bimola Koicham calls for timely utilization of developmental funds to build a prosperous state. Moma Chakhau Poyreton Organic Farmers Producer Company Limited exports ginger and turmeric worth around 40 lakh rupees to Mumbai. With this, we end today's news in English. Thank you for joining us.